there's a women's IC now. So there's enough women now to make an IC championship V
Yep. And
uh,
there's and there's
viable now.
there's enough women that are badass and good at that shit, bro. Like,
And that's what I was gonna ask you guys. Is there like a Seth Rollins, Aaron, that you think can make that title a Seth Rollins type that can make that title a little more valuable?
Yeah, I feel like if you put on the right person, like Lyra, I feel like she's proven in NXT that she can do it. She's capable of making this title important and make it mean something and make it people worth chasing for. So I think WWE made the good decision on putting on her because also people do like her a lot, so that also helps a lot. So I think she's capable of it.
yeah, and the cool thing about it is like there's so many people that would be capable with that championship. Like
Yeah.
I wanted Dakota Kai to win that.
Whoever would have won that match would have been fine.
Hmm.
Would have been dope. So that's dope, you
Yeah,
know?
and they put on a good ass match. Like that was a dope match. There was a good
That
technical,
suplex to the outside was
fucking
crazy.
crazy, bro. Out of fucking
What kind
nowhere.
of reaction did that get?
Uh, the-
I stood up.
yeah,
Oh shit.
You heard the thump in the arena. That's how loud it was. I don't know if you heard it on TV, but the thump
I
was was crazy.
don't know. That shit was crazy. I was just shocked, bro. Like that was just like out of nowhere and like in a good ass spot, bro. Like a crazy bump from the both of them. And that was like not even one of the main bump. Like it was just like somewhere in the middle of the match, and I thought that's like really cool about a lot of these like mid card matches that they do. They're just good wrestling showcases. Like there's not anything like gimmicky. Like these fools didn't have a rivalry coming in. You know, like they just went into the ring and they just showed out. You know, like they just did cool shit, and you know they got cool crowd reactions and another note, Dakota Kai got new music and a new entrance, which I thought was
Mm.
really cool. Which I thought was gonna mean that she wins the match, but I got tricked. So shout out.
Well, I did want to ask you guys. It used to be that the women's matches were the first matches usually, and like on a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown. And now I felt like they were a little later on in the show, at least for this Raw. Maybe because it was a title match. Um, are they like? What was the reaction to this match and to the IC match?
I mean,
Were they on their phone or were they really like?
like it's very easy. Being live at a show is really easy to be kind of distracted with everything going on because it's like production people are running around, setting things up. So it's kind of hard to focus. People were focused on this match. There was a lot of reaction, and also because it's a new title, you know. Um, it's people were been asking for it. We got the women's US title earlier this month or last month, and now we have
Okay.
this one. So people want this. They want women's wrestling now.
And for me, like I'm a huge fan, bro. Like this is one of women's wrestling is actually what got me back into wrestling. Like especially like the very first PLE that I watched in a really long time, which was last year's Survivor Series. Like every woman in this roster could go on both sides, you know, and like they could really fucking dominate and do crazy ass spots. And like whether or not they're early in the card or sometimes they even main event, Weddle, to answer your question, like there's been WrestleManias where you know, like women main event now, like Bianca Belair and you know, like Charlotte Flair and people like that. And from what I've heard, I actually haven't watched those matches in the past, but those are some of the best matches that have you know been in WrestleManias recently for the past like 5 years. And just from my experience for this past year, like some of the best matches in almost every PLE have been women matches. So shout out.
Do you guys feel the same about Nia Jax?
I actually thought her promo this one was actually really good. I actually thought like she was just talking shit, and I actually think that's her strength is like her character work and her promos. Since she came back or since I started watching her recently, because in the ring she's not, you know, the best, but I think she plays the snarky heel like pretty well. And like you know like her shit talk to Bailey and to Rhea, I think were cool and they seemed like natural. They didn't seem forced. So I thought that was interesting. But I mean, if she had a match against those three, I think the other two would have ran circles around her, and they would have like really showed out. But I actually think they would have had a good, like, those three are capable of having a really good triple threat match.
What do you think of Nia Jax, Aaron?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but I feel like what Omar said, her strength is on the mic and her playing with people not liking her. Like
So she's good.
I couldn't hear what she was saying on the mic. Like zero. Like I have to go back and watch it. So
Was
because
it because the crowd
the
reaction or
crowd
what?
just loud boos throughout her talking, so I couldn't hear anything in that segment period. So I mean that says a lot about her. She has a lot of heat and it's the good kind of heat, you know?
Okay, so Omar says that she's really good at on the mic, but she's not a good in-ring performer, as we can see from those chair shots. Um, so explain to us like what's this what's because it's so who's the champion right now? It's the rocker girl, right? I don't know her name.
Rhea Ripley.
And so what's this girl's what's Nia Jax? What's her angle?
So
What's is she?
she
This
had.
this is
Go ahead, Aaron.
no, go ahead.
Oh no,
Go ahead.
Nia Jax literally just lost the other WWE World Championship, and
Oh, there's two?
and she's from SmackDown, so she literally just got cashed in on, like a week or two ago, which was a dope ass cash in. Shout out Tiffy time, yeah, but
What does
who
that mean?
so that's a whole. She was Miss Money in the Bank, and was like an
15
NXT
seconds.
championship, but
Uh,
her whole time it's Tiffy time. Her name's Tiffany Stratton,
oh,
so that's it. And but she's the WWE champion now. She cashed in on Nia Jax. They're homies, but like not like Tiffany Stratton like turned on her and shit. So Nia Jax was pulled up on Rhea Ripley to say like I'm still number one, like blah blah blah, all of that stuff. So yeah.
So it's kind of new. They're going through like this. They're calling it a transfer window where people from SmackDown are coming to Raw and people from Raw are coming to SmackDown. So this is, I feel like this is a new angle that they're building up to. So this is new for everybody. This Nia Jackson and Rhea.
And even Bailey, because she said herself like Bailey's a SmackDown person, but I mean she showed up because she's from San Jose. She actually went to Independence High, so shout out.
oh, I did
Shout
hear
out.
that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I thought that was really cool that she got a moment in a time with the crowd because I thought that they were just gonna show her on the like TV or like her chilling with the crowd and stuff, but her being a part of that segment and actually the only Nia Jax match that I think is memorable and really good was with Bailey for SummerSlam, and it was a really really good match. So Bailey's a really good worker, so and a good performer. So I think if they have a triple threat and both Nia and Bailey switch to Raw, I think it would switch up the women's division a lot because a lot of people were saying that Rhea Ripley didn't have anyone on Raw like in the women's division to like kind
Okay.
of fight with her and stuff. Like that's why Liv Morgan kind of really popped off this year because she was the first one that was able to kind of have a rivalry with her.